Hello, it's Stephanie here again. It's been a while since I've updated anything on my channel. I had a couple videos that I posted, but I kept private for myself. It's been 3 years, and in those 3 years, since I've set off to lose some weight and talk about weight loss, I've lost oh, I've lost over 60 pounds. Probably closer to 70 since I recorded. Not since my highest weight, but since I started recording. It's been slow. It's been very slow. And I must say that I didn't intend to take so long with an update. But I was watching Obese to Beast. Yeah. Love his channel. And he suggested that, publicly starting a weight loss journey, it can take away from your success. It can not always work out as one would hope. So I'm like, he's done the thing, and I kind of did everything in the background, and I'm very close to my goal weight. I'm stabilized right now around 145 pounds. My previous videos, I was over, it was a lot. It was a lot more than that. It was more than that. And I'm keeping it off. I've maintained this weight for about 4 to 5 months. I still want more to lose, but I don't always feel like I want to cut. It hasn't been easy. I'll say that. It has not been easy. I've started with Ozempic, and I was on that for about 6 months before there was like this massive shortage. I gained maybe like 5-6 pounds during those months, which honestly, that could have just been like a period swing for me. Like, that's not unheard of. I'm up 7 pounds since Saturday, and it's Tuesday, so that's not that jarring for my cycle to go up and down like that. My weight, I should say, during my cycle. And haven't been taking like a full dose, a regular dose, but I have found it really helpful. There are people who lose rapidly with it, and then there's me who feel some benefits, and it just makes losing just a little bit, I don't know, easier to have the food noise gone, and that's been really helpful. The lasting things I've been doing, I have PCOS, and that has been really challenging managing insulin resistant symptoms. So I've been trying to keep low carb as much as I can. And the thing is, I can eat 1,200 calories of a regular, moderately carb diet and gain about a pound a week over several months. Or I can moderate my carb, do intermittent fasting, eat around 1,600 to 1,700 calories a day, and lose half pound a week. So low carb for me, which is funny because, well, not really funny. I knew it. I've known it for years. In my last video, I talked about how carbs are just not good for me, and I've really learned that. So yeah, the Ozempic helped not constantly think about carbs, because they say when you're on keto and low carb, like, you kind of lose cravings naturally. Well, that isn't the case for me always. I do still think about them and crave them and want them, and as soon as I have something with like a little bit of carbs, even if it's like a low carb something, I can't stop thinking about those foods for days and weeks, and it's not good. It's uncomfortable to feel like you're dealing with an addiction. So I like Ozempic for that. I don't feel like it's an addiction when I'm on it. So I have a prescription for Ozempic sitting in the pharmacy, And there are times where it's like, you know what, I'm really struggling right now. My periods are all screwed up and I can feel cravings coming on, and I'll go and I'll fill it. And my doctor is aware of what I've been dealing with and how I've been trying to manage my weight. So I'm really thankful for current medications that help with these things, because struggling on your own is really hard. And it's hard to lose weight when you are hungry all fucking day. Like, it's not just willpower, it's like a compulsion. It's, I don't know. I look, because I've been tracking my weight. I'm a daily wearer. And I'll go through cycles where I'm like, whoa, I'm like the same weight in these 3 months. Like, why am I like maintaining or plateauing or whatever you want to call it? I call it maintaining, even though I'm trying to lose weight. Like, yeah, it'll be several months, at least 3 months. And I'm like, I'm at, let's say, 168. That was a weight that my body really likes to be at. And I can't get past it. I track it. I'm exercising. I'm increasing, just not just like activity to lose weight, but just like general activity in my life I've increased. And then I'm like super diligent about tracking foods. And, you know, I know that there's like a margin of error with what nutrition labels can get away with. It used to be 10%, or at least reported at 10%, and now they say 20. So I would go ahead and add 20% to the nutrition by weighing. Yes, I weigh everything. It's not just like I'm trusting one serving. No, I'm getting the grams, I'm getting the mils, and I'm saying like, okay, if it says it's 100 calories, I'll put in for 120. Like, I'm adding that 20% in, because why is a company going to underreport? You know, they're obviously, or overreport. They're going to underreport, obviously. So I did that, and 1,200 calories daily, not drinking alcohol, cutting out sweets. Like, I cut out sweets, but like, you know, some moderate carbs, and I cannot lose weight for months. Then I'll transition to lower carb, up it to about, I don't know, 14, 15, 1600, and slowly start to see the needle shift over the next few months. I don't know if anyone else has those like body set weights. Mine was really stuck at, I'm 5'5", by the way. Mine was really stuck in around 180. 168 was a really, really stubborn one. And 150 to 152 was super stubborn. And even still, like, I'm around 145. But if I have like a heavy meal, or we're out, or for whatever reason, I have, you know, it's like right before my period or end of a pill, like a birth control pack, boom, I'm right up to like 150, 152. And it stays there. It'll stay there for like 5-6 days, and it's frustrating as hell. But this is just what my body does. And I don't know. I guess I want to be a voice for people who do track and who do put in the effort and still don't see the scale go down. And they're told, you know, well, calories in, calories out. You know, you got to track your calories. You got to do calorie. And it's frustrating sometimes, because yes, I know what a calorie is, but what your body does with 100 calories can be different than what my body does with those same 100 calories. And yes, I know it's a hormonal thing, and my insulin just fucking spikes, okay? It just does. And I'm not responding to it. And those 100 calories are just going to be stored as fat with me. Or it's going to, for whatever reason, feel like it's taking longer to deplete glycogen stores. And yes, I know a lot of it's like fluid from glycogen stores, but it holds onto my body, and it's frustrating. And it sucked to hear the noise about it's only calories. It's just calorie. And it's, you know what? It's a little bit more than just calories. And I wish there were more people who spoke on that when I was losing weight. So now I have, well, for the past year or so, been focusing on intermittent fasting. I try not to eat my first meal before noon, and I try to finish eating for the day at 6 o'clock. And I do that 5 to 6 days of the week, mostly. Not every week is perfect. Who is? Nothing is. But that's what it is for me. So I have breakfast at lunch, and it's low carb. It's usually a salad with some protein and fats. You know, the keto, low carb, PCOS people understand. And then dinner is more protein, more veggies, but like more of a variety of veggies, higher carb veggies. Like I do like roasting beets and you know, like those vegetables. The odd nugget potato. Yeah, no one cares, I'm sure. This is for me. Oh, this beautiful necklace. It's Rebirth Jewelry. It's the Cosmic Candy necklace from Angelica Unfiltered. I thought I keep catching glimpses of it, so I've been following her. I've been following a lot of people who've been making some wonderful content these past few years, and I've been, you know, saying hi, popping up in the comment section. Angelica Unfiltered, Sunny Side Up Gal. I really appreciate your voice with the low carb. That's been nice to not feel like I'm the only one who eats that way, because I imagine you've been told, you know, about calories ad nauseum, and it's frustrating. It's not the most pleasant. So I don't know what I want this channel to be, but I did feel compelled to make a little update. It's been a past 3 years, but also a slow 3 years. The weight's come off slowly, but I'm so glad it has been. I'm so glad it's been coming off. I feel different. I feel really different. Graphically, Alex talks about how, you know, how different it feels when you've lost the weight. How you feel like you know, I'm paraphrasing, but don't have to, you know, be this dazzling version of yourself that you did when you were obese. You can actually show up and be you. And I commented on one of his videos about that topic of, you know, it's kind of like when you have a headache and you take like a Tylenol, and the headache being obesity, the Tylenol being weight loss. And it's, you don't like wake up, you know, you don't, in 2 hours of time, you don't think to yourself, Tylenol's kicked in. You just suddenly realize, like, I don't have this headache anymore. And that's sort of what losing weight has felt like. I'm not like, oh, I'm like, it wasn't one day where I'm like a skinny person. I mean, I'm not skinny, but it wasn't one day where I'm like, I'm this new person. It just suddenly realized, like, oh my gosh, like I can buy these clothes that I want, and all I am getting more attention, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels nice. I like the way I look. I'll catch a glimpse of myself in a reflection. I'm like, oh my god, is that me? Like, that's who I thought was in me the whole time. And it's like, whoa, like the obesity's gone. I'm not obese. I'm not even I'm not even overweight. I'm in a normal BMI, and I know we don't really think about the BMI too much, but it feels good to be in a normal weight. My gosh, I'm really liking the changes in who I am now. And are we going to talk about that all now, or maybe in another video? Sure, it's another video. But I do want to give a thanks to the creators who've been so diligent while I've been losing weight in the background for the past 3 years. It's been really nice to see your content and to be part of your community. And thank you for, you know, communicating back. I love being in contact with you guys in the comment sections and cheering you on. And, you know, maybe I'll have a thumbs up from you one day, because it's nice to all be doing this together. So I'm gonna wrap this up and see how I feel about making any more content in the future. Bye.